wild one, boys. I mean, I was spicy on Twitter. I usually stay out of it. I like to kind of keep, that's usually Dave's thing.
Nah,
But
you
I
gotta
also
dabble a
get
little
fired
bit.
up. Like if I just see something, I get rowdy. And I saw this post. Texas getting a little upset, a little butthurt that we're coming up in there taking their people, apparently. All right. And
Yeah.
the beat writer, I didn't know who it was, so I didn't tag him, but he was tagged very quickly and responded. He didn't respond to me, but he responded to everybody else. I don't care. If he could respond to me, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not afraid to tag him. You're irrelevant. So I didn't know who you were.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He wrote, Florida has had a rough time with defensive line recruiting. This doesn't sound as good now with us just losing Preston Carey. So you might have a little bit of a point. In 2026, and there's some talk they're up in the NIL offer for the defensive line target, who was favored to go to Texas, which we will be talking about shortly. We still believe Texas looks solid here, but UF is desperate and could make this interesting ahead of this announcement this week. The buzz around Gainesville is real. I didn't like the desperate word. That's what triggered me.
Yeah, man. Who are you talking about? Desperate.
You could say a rough time. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with calling, a spade. Like it hasn't been the easiest of roads that right as of now. I don't like desperate. That's not cool.
I don't like desperate. I don't like the rough. I don't like none of it. We're still Florida. We can pull the trigger when we're ready to pull the trigger now. We're still Florida. So, he's just talking spicy, and it is heating up. Texas has been doing their thing. They've been getting some good players. It's been a good battle, but it's always been a battle. Even at just the high school talking, who's the better school in football? That football-wise, is it Florida, as far as state-wise? Is it Florida, Texas? There's always a big battle. I do it with Jarvis Moss all the time. He always say the Texas boys the best and all that stuff. And I just think they still salty. That Lagway, being from Texas, is getting a lot of praise in Florida. And he's a big draw. We got our man Joe Hamilton at Florida. So, we've won the battles so far against them. In my mind. So they just trying to get a little get back. But I think we'll prevail. And then they got to come to the swamp this year. So we definitely can take it out there.
Yeah, look, a couple things. I love it. I've always, you guys know when Texas was the Big 12, I liked Texas. I always said hook them. This is personal now. So
yeah, it was safe when they were Big 12.
I like the rivalry that's being created off the line preseason. Because there wasn't much there last year, right? I mean, we limped into that game. We weren't really excited about it. There wasn't much buzz around the game, right? It just didn't matter. Now you got the Arch DJ. You got a little bit of this. We are creating ourselves our very own rival. I love it. Like, come on with it. I love the comments. It's bulletin board material. Somebody go post this on Billy's front door. Like, we need a guy like that. Like, if I was there, I'm running around posting this somewhere, like just to fire somebody up. Like, you don't even know it's me. I don't need any credit, but I'm posting it. So if somebody's watching, fire the boys up. Wake up early, go tape it on some doors. You know how if you hurt somebody's feeling, they shouldn't be there, right? This should fire you up. If I see this, true or not true, somebody feels this way. Someone's perspective is this of you. And you might say, well, I don't care about nobody's perspective. That's fine. But if they think they can walk up in here and start taking your stuff, so will everybody else. So you might want to care a little bit about their perspective, all right? So little bulletin board material. I loved it. I tweeted as a desperate question mark. I go, y'all are up in the bag. You're throwing the whole dealership at them. It's like a recruiting Lambo raffle out there. So, like, desperate was weird to me. Like, you're rolling out an entire multi-billion-dollar dealership to land players.
Yeah.
Billy being Billy, shaking hands, kissing baby, getting to know mom and dad. Wants to bring you part of the family. Okay, anybody can buy you a Lambo.
Right.
We're creating a culture. We're creating a family. So it was fun little dag. What he was upset about was 4-star man Kendall Gerville, which when we talked about our stuff, Kendall Gerville was on that wish list, and then I'm telling you, the storm was happening because it was Valsone's gone, Bonnie Cleveland's gone, Kendall Gerville's gone. We're sitting around looking around like ain't nobody left to pick, Steven. I don't know what's going on here. So glad to see Kendall has had a change of heart. But this is the thing.
Ram in the bush.
Look, guys, this is like a perfect description of what's happening. This is the roller coaster. Just as quickly as we flipped him back, you don't think that can happen with other people? Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
It makes sense.
I like Kendall Gerville, big frame guy. You know what I mean? And, I hope this one sticks. He fits the mold. and we're short at that position, so we need a guy to come in and take over. So I think he'll be a perfect fit. I hope it lasts, and then again, I hope it lasts all the way to signing day. Like you said, things are going to get flipped around by the time everything folds out after this season. But I like the pick. We're not desperate, but we do need a guy. We need a guy in this class that we're going to grow with, and I think he definitely fits that bill.
Look, you got Kendall Gerville. We already got Jarrell McCoy. There's another name being thrown around that will get some people excited that Florida's trying to pull in. I don't think the battle's done with the Preston Careys, the Sones, the Bodney Clevelands.
Yeah. No.
You got to just pull one more of those guys, and all of a sudden the defensive line class is no longer on a tough road, okay?
Yeah, battle's not done with Bunny in my eyes. Not if I can help it.
Steve's working the Instagram DM, so everybody give up. This Kendall's top 100 recruit in the country. This would be a big time pick up from Fort Myers, Florida. Keeping in Florida would be a big thing too. Again, Texas and Georgia have been picking out of the state of Florida as of recently. So would be a nice one. Great seeing this crystal ball come through. Could this been a factor, a deter to Preston Carey? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. Gives you plenty of room, but
that's a big thing that we're trying to do, trying to reestablish our foothold in Florida for sure. First, you don't want to let any talent get out of Florida, so we're always going to investigate the talent that's in Florida. I know you said the other guy was from New York and stuff like that. We want to investigate Florida.
He was at IMG, but he was from New York. But he's at IMG. Preston Carey plays. Right. So he's Florida. I would say Florida right now.
I got you. You know how long he's been at IMG?
Probably a year or two. So
he came down from New York?
Correct.
Okay, cool. But yeah, we just from what I've heard, we want to make sure we have a hold on Florida, and that's at every position because these guys have relationships. You know what I mean? You get a D tackle, but the D tackle could be friends with a wide receiver at the school or friends with a tight end at the school. You know what I mean? And Florida's a hotbed for talent, especially at the skill position. But when you get to the linemen, they're going to be elite linemen. We may not have as many top linemen as some other states, but our linemen are always elite. So we want to make sure we have a hold on Florida moving forward, and we're always going to look to recruit these Florida guys heavier than most other places.
Steve, can I do something real quick? Do you mind? You got a minute?
Yeah.
Everyone's panicking. Yes or no? Yeah, a little bit. Texas is on a burner, right? They're having the recruiting cycle of a lifetime. Would you say yes? Everyone feels that way?
Yeah, right now.
Texas is at 12 overall. Do you know where Florida sits, Stephen? Do you know? I don't know if you know. I can tell you if you don't know.
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
They're at 15. Texas is ahead of them. Do you know the average rating for Texas's recruiting class so far, Steve? Do you know? I can tell you if you don't know.
Probably less than ours.
It's 89.93. You know what Florida's is, Steve? I can tell you if you don't know what it is. I can tell you.
What is it?
It's 90.94. Okay, now,
correct.
If we add Mr. Kendall Gerville, all of a sudden, we're right next to Texas. Okay? And Kendall Gerville is a 92 prospect. So that average is only going to go higher. Okay?
Right.
So my point of it is everyone's panicking, and we're right where we need to be. And back to other man's point about having 9 5-stars, Clemson has 0, Miami has 1, Jackson Cantwell, I think their entire budget went there. Ohio State has 2, A&M has 1, Notre Dame has 0, they're a top 3 class. Georgia has 1 with a 92 overall. USC has 1 with 30 effing commits and 10 3-stars. Bama has 2. Bama's going to, always Bama. Michigan has 0. Okay? So not everybody has 5 and 6 5 stars.
And that's
like
another
your
thing.
Opinion feels. There's a facts and there's.
That's another thing I don't think they think about is a lot of these teams that are ahead of us have way more commits than we have. They have a lot more 3 stars and stuff like that than we have. I think Miami has way more people committed right now
19,
at this moment. But
6 more.
Yeah, our quality is 6 more.
Their quality is higher than us right now.
Our quality is higher.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Theirs is.
You mean
based on the number?
They have. You said they have 6 more players than we do.
But their average is higher too with 6 more. So
what's that? What's
91?
What's that average?
But with Kendall, we could get closer to 91 because we're like 90.89. So that the Cantwell pickup's huge. He's the number 1 tackle in the country. So that one's carrying a ton of weight.
Yeah. So, but if we're not taking as many players this cycle, I don't believe, as some of the other people. But if you gave us 6 more recruits, where would that put us?
We've done the math, and we'd be in front of Miami if it were the guys that we go out there and get, like Samira Wingo, Kendall Gerville, Now we had Rodney Cleveland on there, but there were some other names. I think the linebacker, not Malik Morris, was another one. So there's 3 right there that I know that Florida's in a good place currently. That would put. I mean, we could do. I'll do it real quick. Let me just do it real quick.
Yeah, if you give us 6 more recruits, that's definitely gonna put us up there. Yeah.
So if we get to 17, which is still behind those guys, like I said, that would put us right between top 10 class, behind Michigan, who has 18, behind Clemson, who has 20. Again, they all have 3 and 4 more commits than we do.
You said that would put us at a top 10 class?
Correct. With just 17 commits, as of where it stands.
Yeah, hold tight, baby. Just hold tight.
We're fine. We're fine. Nobody panic.
Hold tight.
Long way to go. Got to do some things still. Got to do some things on the football field. But I think Florida's still in a very healthy place. But great conversation nonetheless, and great little tiff on the bird today. That was fun.